I did not hit her. It's not true. It is bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. The Disaster Artist is written and directed by James Franco and is based on the book of the same name, and of course is based on the infamous worst movie of all time, The Room. Tommy Wiseau is an enigma of a man. This man, no one knows how old he is, where he's from, how he got the $6 million+ to make the movie in the first place. Nobody knows this. That and the infamous overuse of him wanting to use his arse in sex scenes, the extremely long and pointless sex scenes, the terrible acting, the fact that he treated all of his cast like total crap throughout the extended over 40 day that it was supposed to be shoot time for this entire movie. Everything was wrong about the movie, yet it has now developed a cult status. It is put in multiple theatres across the US now. Tommy Wiseau puts it on his own website, and he goes in person to these screenings for Q&As afterwards. Now, after an opening weekend that only grossed $1,800, he is now exploded from this movie. Now that we've talked about all that, and it is a little brief sort of drip onto the history, let's talk about The Disaster Artist. You can't talk The Room, of course, without talking Tommy Wiseau, and in this movie he is played by James Franco, and I'm going to tell you straight off the bat, he's a carbon copy of Tommy Wiseau. Weird, really eccentric, couldn't give a damn, has the confidence to slay 1,000 men. He's amazing. I literally had no fault in his character whatsoever. He's bad, but he's supposed to be bad. You look at this movie and go, it's just not a strong performance, but it's not supposed to be. That's the point. I absolutely adored him. He had his voice down, he had every mannerism down. Apparently, according to people like Seth Rogen, he was even doing the voice while directing. He was doing it constantly. Tommy Wiseau was also a consultant on the movie, and you know, they clearly made this as a passion project, and you can just tell Franco really put a lot of effort into this movie and really wanted to sort of give you an insight in the backstage of this entire amazing production. This movie really does give the best interpretation of what happened behind the scenes on this infamous set, the trials and the tribulations that went on. This movie also shows the passion that it has given to other members of Hollywood. As soon as the movie comes onto the screen, you see Kirsten Bell, Adam Scott, a plethora of celebrities talking about The Room, what it has done for them, how the film has been sort of overlooked in Hollywood because it is so bad, that it just shows what it has done and what it has led on to for other actors in the genre, in the comedy genre, in the drama genre, everything. It has changed for a lot of people, and I really appreciate that intro. It really made me feel like it hasn't just affected the cult status for the Joe Bloggs of the world. It's also affected a lot of people in Hollywood. A film that you really, when you watch it, wouldn't think it'd do any of that. To further add to the backstage, behind the scenes look of the entire movie, I really love how they shot this. Now obviously they've got the person who was doing a documentary on The Room at the time doing the backstage bits from, you know, Tommy Wiseau's ideas. He made that happen, but the whole thing is sort of done with moving cameras, people not on tracks on the floor. There are people moving along with it. It really gives this whole sort of Spinal Tap feel to the whole thing, like a mockumentary, documentary style thing, but it's not. They're nothing to do with it, but it gives this real sense that you are with them in 2002 while they were filming this movie. It really does add some real depth to it. Now don't get me wrong, if you go into this movie as just a regular moviegoer who hasn't seen The Room, I'll stop you right there. Don't think this is another This Is the End, James Franco and Rogen working together. This is their love letter to The Room. If you haven't seen The Room, don't go, I'm afraid to say, because you will not get a single part of it. What I will say though, for all of you fans like me of The Room, you will go in and you will have all of the classic sayings and everything that you know and love. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Ha ha ha. Funny story, Mark. I'm done with this world. Not only that, but you'll get a lovely backstage insight into how Greg and Tommy really got the movie going. It's hilarious. It is so charming. It is literally, I think, as well as Franco obviously thinks, it is the perfect love letter to The Room. Like me, if you're a fan, just go in and absolutely love it, because I think it is just the perfect way to celebrate this movie. Guys, with all of this being said, I think it's pretty obvious by now, but I'm going to give The Disaster Artist a 5 out of 5. I give this movie a 5 out of 5 with the proviso that if you have seen The Room, you will love this movie. If you haven't seen the movie, don't go, but for all you Room fans, it is a 5 out of 5. So there you have it, guys. There is my take on The Disaster Artist. Now, if you have seen the movie, then please let me know what you think. And if you've seen The Room, and if you're a fan of The Room, please let me know and join me in this lovely little fan club of it. I would love to know. Now, as always, before you put me in that little box on the bottom of your screen, don't forget to press the subscribe button. Follow me on all of the socials. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video.